Hey everyone, welcome to another exciting episode of KrawlZone.tv. Today we are filming from the Poison Spyder Compound in Banning, California. All right everyone, we are here at the Poison Spyder Compound. We've got Larry McRea and Rikki Rockett.
The drummer for Poison. Kind of got bitten by the Jeep bug now.
This is our grand opening in our new location and an open house.
There's Jeeps everywhere. We've had a barbecue, we've had a band.
Told me I was your girlfriend.
These kids that have been playing this music for this band have been fantastic. And it's just a lot of fun hanging out with all kinds of off-road fanatics. We've just snuck into Poison Spyder Customs as they put the finishing touches on the Rockett Rubicon. Shh, don't tell anyone. Been here with Rikki Rockett and Larry McRea of Poison Spyder Customs as they've unveiled the Rockett Rubicon.
Okay, we'll see you guys tomorrow on the trail.
Fix It, brought to you by no one in particular. You can change that by contacting our sales team.
Rikki Rockett, owner of Rockett Drum Works and drummer for the band Poison, has donated this drum set to be raffled off, proceeds going to support land use. Stay tuned to meet Rikki Rockett. We're out here in Southern California doing a photo shoot with Rikki Rockett from the band Poison and Larry McRea from Poison Spyder Customs. Ka is the photographer out here on the photo shoot. Ka, what are some of the things that you've been trying to accomplish?
Well, you know, we're trying to get some great shots of both the Jeeps. You know, we just got done with the Rockett Rubicon, and we just threw the drum set on top of the basket and shot out here. You know, get some promo shots for that, for the drum set giveaway. That's going to be a great cause. But other than that, it's pretty good. Nice day.
Fantastic. Thanks, Ka. We appreciate you. Take it easy. And you're watching KrawlZone.tv.
The drummer for Poison, and I'm one of the founding members. Brett and I started the band in late '82. When I was off the road, I'd start to go out and just, you know, go out to Glamis or, you know, whatever, and just go get dirty and start to play around. And I finally said, you know, I want something I can really have a lot of fun with. And so I bought a Jeep, and then I found Poison Spyder, and my buddy Dave goes, look, let's just ask them if they want to get involved and do a project vehicle. I mean, you never know, you know, maybe if nothing else, you know, they'll sell you a bumper at, you know, 10% off or something. I'm like, okay. So these guys just jumped right in and said, look, let's really work together and let's do something. And I said, okay, I'm in.
When I first heard that Rikki Rockett was interested in having us help him build a Jeep, we were just blown away. We thought, no way, this guy, he's an icon. I mean, this is a rock star from back when I was a kid. I mean, I grew up with Rikki just like most people that I know. So we were just blown away that he was interested. To me, it's so cool that Rikki is into it. And if he wasn't into it, we probably wouldn't be into it. But he is so into this off-roading, the four-wheeling, that it made it easy for us to get involved. And because he's that excited about it, it got us that excited about it.
Poison Spyder is on tip right now. Like, everything they're doing is like what's happening right now. And I was like, I love the way this stuff looks, and you know, it's obviously functional because everyone's out there, you know, abusing it.
Everybody wants their rig to look the best it can. You don't just want to put a piece of armor on there. You can put a railroad tie on it as a bumper, and it's going to be very functional, but sure not going to have much style. That's just not the way Poison Spyder is. So it's style is just as important as function for us.
I've hurt myself so bad on dirt bikes that I can't really ride those to the edge anymore. And I think that's what's nice about the whole Jeep and off-road stuff and the scene that's happening now with the rock crawling and all that stuff, is that it's a fairly safe sport, you know? There's just enough danger there, and that's what appeals to me.
Rikki came up with the idea of building a drum set to raffle off. Let's do what we can for, you know, whatever organizations that you think would benefit the most. Of course, Blue Ribbon Coalition is the organization that fights for land use or access to land all over the country, so it was an easy choice for us.
I built that kit to match the Jeep as close as I could, you know, the color scheme and stuff like that. I figured what a perfect thing, man. Match it with the Jeep and do a giveaway and just, you know, tie everything together, you know, pull everybody's talents into one place and have a good time with it. So I think that's what we got going on out there.
All right, guys, we are here with Larry McRea and Rikki Rockett with the Rockett Rubicon. Now, Rikki, what were you trying to accomplish with the Rubicon?
You know, it kind of was a tall order. I wanted something that was kind of a bit of a hybrid, you know. I wanted something that I could crawl to the mall, but I could crawl rocks. I could take out for a week expedition. I could go out and, you know, pick up the kid at daycare, you know, all the above, and throw gear in here, kind of do everything that I think a Jeep should be able to do. But it is a tall order to get this to crawl, and that's where Larry came in. So I think Larry can probably tell us a little more about what he actually did with those ideas.
Excellent. So Larry, what were some of the things that you did for Rikki on his Rubicon?
The first thing that we had to concentrate on was the ride. If you're going to take a Jeep out and kind of rock crawl with it and also want to be able to drive it on the street, the suspension is probably the most important factor. So I gave Jeremy from Rock Crawler a call and said, hey, here's what we're trying to do with this Jeep. What do you recommend? He recommended the X Factor kit. The mid-arm kit seems to be perfect for this Jeep. And as you can see from some of the flex shots we got, it works really well. And the shocks kind of dictate the ride. So I called my friends at Icon and said, hey, what do you recommend for this? We want something that'll flex and also ride really great on the highway. And they set us up with some beautiful shocks. What kind of dictates the whole rest of the build is the tire. And I've run BFGs probably, well, almost all my life, but the KM2 and the Mud Terrain are my two favorite tires. So we picked the Mud Terrain, the KM2, knowing that it's going to be on the street probably 90% of its life, but we also want to make sure you had a great sidewall and a great tread, so the KM2 was like a no-brainer for us. ATX has just got a bitchin' wheel, that's why we picked the wheel, to be quite honest. They got a great reputation for being strong, but also they just look bitchin'. With a 37-inch tire, the factory flares weren't going to work. You know that the tires are going to stuff up into the wheel wells with that particular lift. So we used our crusher flare. The crusher flare actually opens up the wheel well as much as you want to. They're designed to fit a 40-inch tire. Our flares are different than anything else on the market in that they use DOM tubing and they use an 1/8-inch top plate and a 3/16 inner plate. But more importantly than just the material that we use for the flare, it's how it attaches. We're the only one in the industry that it uses brackets on the inside. We actually have a subframe bracket up inside here that captures 3 surfaces of the Jeep sheet metal. They're not indestructible, but they are by far the strongest flares on the market. On this particular Jeep, we decided on the Brawler rockers for several reasons. They're probably the toughest rocker on the market right now, but they also serve as a step. As you can see, we've got a rack here, but you can step here, step on that flare, and you're up in the rack in 2 steps. The Brawler rocker's design wasn't really just to be a step, but it ended up being that way. It was for the best protection you can get for your rocker. It's made out of brake form 3/16 steel, laser cut. It actually has 2 bends here, and each one of those bends serves a purpose. It's if you get a side blow, it helps. Every bend you put in it gives it some strength, so it gives it strength that way, this way, and also there's another bend here which gives it strength if you land on it this way. Besides the rocker, probably the most important armor you can put on a Jeep is the bumpers, front and rear. This particular bumper we chose out of our JK bumper line for its versatility. It has a lot of the features that other bumpers don't have, and they're all kind of standard. This particular bar not only helps with if you're up against the ledge to help you slide up it, but it's designed to protect the winch. So if you're pushing up against the rock ledge, we don't want your light or your winch to be the first thing that hits. We want these bars to be hit. The winch behind this is the Warren power plant. We picked that because Warren's one of the best, or probably the best winch on the market. This winch has the air pump. It's a 9,500-pound winch, which is ideal for a JK. Never had any issues with the Warren winch as long as we've run them. You can see the sPOD system in here. It's a power distribution system. It's so easy that even I can wire it once these things are installed, and I'm not very good at that. So it's kind of a brainless light install, and you can see we have several lights on this Jeep, and the lights are provided by Rigid Industry, and there's not a brighter light that I've ever run. There's not a brighter light I've ever seen. This 10-inch light will drown the high beams on this Jeep, and it's a pure bright white, and it's the lowest draw per watt of any light that I think that's on the market now. They're LED, so very low draw. Probably the most prominent feature on this Jeep is the rack. The idea was to be able to go out, stay out camping for a week, and be able to haul all your gear in and haul all your gear back out without taking up the passenger space. So the rack was what we came up with as the best place to carry the cargo. Hope Rikki enjoys it and uses it to its fullest extent. It's like a match made in heaven, you know, a Poison Spyder building a Jeep for a band member of Poison, and it just seemed such a perfect fit, and it's turned out to be just that, a perfect fit.
This is Rikki Rockett, and you're watching KrawlZone.tv. I'm going to go wheel.
Am I slouching?
Larry McRea.
And that's Rikki Rockett. And you're
Watching KrawlZone.tv.